Greetings. Hello, my dear Libra. Welcome to my channel. This is Ron from Tarot of the Twin Sun. Welcome back. This is for the energy of Libra in the month of June 2020, and we shall go ahead and get started. I did do an enormous shuffle and managed to pull out a few things, but I noticed I didn't have any clothes on, for one thing, and now I do, which is good. And also, I have my stones, which were very important, as well as my lighter for the purging session. We call upon the grace of Agni and Indra to bring upon critical discernment and to conquer any lingering shadows that may decide to approach this platform. We clear the energy to find truth through fire. Okay, so our meditation continues. There is a structure that my dear Libra has been dealing with, and this structure in particular has been very difficult um, mm, to let go. It involves a type of sacrifice of your critical discernment, being able to notice after a great period of regulation and isolation, to finally with the energy of Gemini, to break out, to break free. There's a small breaking free of something where it required a great deal of rest, and now there's this element of breaking free and breaking loose. This involves a cycle of repetition. It has to do with the mind mostly. So the inability for the mind to break free is a common theme here, as well as the ability for you to find rest and rejuvenation through a type of letting go of some of the principles that drive your intellectual thoughts, especially during the nighttime, and to finally reflect upon this. Upon reflection, there's this energy of breaking free from a pattern that has been very difficult for the ego and the mind to process, and thus there was a great deal of trouble in the past. This trouble and this heartbreak stems from the inability, or rather a secret revealing itself, a secret that involves another party, or perhaps your energy that is here. Okay, the flow is coming. Okay. Okay, there is a path here to mental release, and through your ability to focus and to use the energy of Gemini to approach a double gateway here, you will be able to essentially okay. If this is a relationship reading, there is definitely the energy of multiple parties crossing over, masculine and feminine crossing over, and creating an amplification of sorts. Okay, it's as if you're being triggered by the past or by past experiences, and as this occurs, both of you reach a sort of mutual um, common ground, and there's a chance for you to move on with a new energy, and to find grace within that. This can be a new energy between old people that have known each other, or meaning old connections, or a new connection that would lead to some sort of peace bringing or peace giving. Okay, and in the month of June, I'm seeing that there will be a type of restriction and a very stern approach towards what you've been working towards, which is essentially getting away from um, a type of heartache. But I see two parties here working together to amplify and to talk and to commerce on this mutual sort of heartbreak, this mutual sort of melancholy that surrounds both of you, and to move beyond that, okay, through the energy of the moon, through some sort of emotional truth that is coming to be. So it's important for you in this month to take that truth to whomever you may be dealing with, be it friends or family members or lovers, to take this truth to them and to move on from a feeling of it's kind of like stagnation, but then like this like really fast energy wants to push forward, and there's essentially like an experience that both of you need to share in order to set aside those experiences. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. Could be a bit more complicated. Let's see. Yeah. Um, yeah. Commitment will be difficult if you are looking to commit to someone with a proper sense of cooperation, a proper sense of coalition, or any sort of movement towards creating a structure that harmonizes and brings people together. You have to be patient. There's an impatience about this that is difficult, and there also is an escapist dissolution tinge to this. Okay, but I see that there is a great sense of joy that could come from this, in that there is fire and air feeding the connection. Okay, not only that, truths about emotions will emerge, and there will be a type of loyalty to these emotions. Okay, so the cards are telling me to use your energy and to know that grace is protecting you, and that if you are searching for a higher truth beyond this, you have to be patient because it will reveal itself in due time. Okay, the undercurrent also is that Ten of Pentacles. Because it's in the reverse, there is a chance that you have to be a lot more patient with this connection. Okay. This is the Great Mirror. I am going to be pulling 9 cards with clarifiers in order to show you the energy between you, someone else, and the mirror between you two. Okay, so please clear your mind and relax. We'll get down to it. This is your energy here. Okay. This is the energy of the object of your affection. Now the Ten of Rods, or the Two of Rods plus the snake is showing up twice here. The snake represents ancient knowledge. There are different types of rituals or different types of modes of knowledge that are very intense with the snake, but usually involves purgation as well as damnation as well as resurrection of a type. The aspects of being fallen and the aspects of regeneration from that energy. Okay? Hmm. Excuse me. On the conscious level, we have La Prudence here, La Prudence, which is the energy of the Hanged Man in the Major Arcana, the 12th card in the Major Arcana. And we have a Caduceus here, which is symbolic of regeneration, health, traditionally in pharmaceutical companies. It's also a logo for health. Um, and we have the snake here. So there are three snakes. Two of them are for healing and regeneration. The other is the one in the Garden of Eden, so to speak. Okay. Now, across the mirror, on the conscious level, you're being perceived as someone who is a bit a bit ahead of the game. There's a mode in which you are approaching this situation on a conscious level as someone who tempts, is a temptress or a trickster of types. That is the hanged man in essence, the Houdini of the major arcana, okay? And there's something about your energy that is elusive, yet also very filled with potential. And I'm talking about deep fusion of a type. You are coming across as irresistible and perhaps acting as a type of temptation for the object of your affection. Okay, so they know that you've been through a lot. They know that you know to heal yourself and purge yourself of any toxicity, and they know that you may perceive them or anyone around you as essentially potentially toxic for them. Or not only that, that they have secret knowledge and that you want to be bitten by that secret knowledge. You want to be inseminated by it. You want that knowledge to disseminate into you. Okay, there's something very seminal about your energy. Now, on the opposite side of the mirror, there is the energy of surprise, okay? It seems to me that whomever you're dealing with is into, has been at a crossroads and has been trying to decide or decipher one of two passions. They seem to now, surprisingly, have one of them in mind. Which one that is, it's not so clear, but there is something about focus here that they're being guided by the fire within them in order to make a choice, okay? Now, between you two, there is the element of voyage, which has to do with vision. It has to do with a glimpse into the potential new portal that exists between both of you. And both of you are seeing this as essentially the beginning of a new cycle, okay? The energy of Leo is here as well on your side. Pisces or potentially Cancer or potentially Aquarius is here. And then all the fire signs are here, okay? This is on the conscious level. And essentially, I'm seeing here you being watched over by certain degrees of intensity. These intense polarizations turn out to be a cycle of death and regeneration, of coming into newness, and this newness is representing for you something very very momentous. There's a huge sort of magnanimity. There's a huge sort of prowess in whatever this is, and both of you are seeing each other as harnessing this energy of massive change, as well as the ability to move forward with this sort of change, okay? And it has to do with also the energy of Leo being empowered, as well as creating, co-creating, as well as creating individually. It's as if both of you are creating together in this respect. But I think um, you are sort of um, you're offering up something about temptation. Yeah, there's something to desire about you, and I think you take big precedence in this situation, whatever it may be. And this person is clearly making a choice. It's possible that they've slipped up and they made a choice that was different, and maybe they decided to, essentially dial up your energy again, dial up your number, so to speak. Um, Now, on a soul level, there's an interesting dynamic here. You are coming off as the Four of Rods in the reverse, okay, representing some form of prosperity. There's something about um, your essence that is very much compelling, okay, in this dynamic, because you serve as an inspiration without the help of others. There's something about you that is very foundationally sound, and within this connection, with whatever you're dealing with, there's something about your ability to really rise and shine that is proving to this person that a connection with you would be prosperous in some sort of way. Okay, and not only that, you're seeing them as some element of satisfaction. Um, and it's strange because the Eight of Cups is here in the reverse, meaning that there is a return. So this is something from your past, and it is returning in some sort of way. Um, and it could be that even if this is a new person, that there was some sort of past occurrence or past like energy sort of resurfacing. This could be your type of person. Between you two on the soul level, we have here an offering with prodigalite. There's an offering that that is somewhat with the Page of Pentacles is here, and it has to do with a very particular energy, one that is based on on practicality. Okay, um, there is a type of block, and this person cannot offer you a commitment on a soul level for the time being. But this could also be infinite. There's something about them that you may feel like they owe you something, or because you're in a sort of mode of prosperity, of appearing as someone very glorious, and they're satisfactory. They're full of satisfaction. There's something here where both of you have an immense sense of self-esteem, which can be a good thing. But there's also the element of returning, okay? The element of returning and leaving. So on a soul level, on a unconscious level, there is a very deep sort of feeling of return, this person returning to you somehow in order to contribute to you. But then as they contribute, they want to do so in a practical way, but are held back for some reason. Okay, this could be a very good friend of yours, regardless if they're a family member or a lover. They could still have that friend energy towards you. Okay. Now, on a subconscious level, there's the Four of Cups in the reverse. Okay, this is the nouvelle connaissant, which is this has to do with like something that is a new type of drink, a new type of uh, fulfillment, or a new type of awareness about something, but it's like it's fleeting. Okay, so this also symbolizes a type of return. This person, whomever you're dealing with, has the Four and the Eight of Cups in the reverse. Okay, so this has to do with the energy of Scorpio as well as the energy of Cancer. Okay, so there's a lot of emotions that this person is trying to um, I mean, they probably at first, or they've been dealing on an experiential level of trying to dissociate themselves with their emotions. But then when they come to your energy, when they see through the mirror, they feel these emotions and they feel like they have to try again, something like this. They have to um, try again, but they've been so suppressed emotionally that it becomes difficult. Okay. There also is the energy here on the subconscious realm of you, the card of heritage, the Five of Cups. There's something here that has to do with what is what is expected, and it's sort of what you are trying to bring into this. Now it's very strange because the Five of Cups usually is, usually a card of regret. But if you want this feeling of heritage, of like, of belonging, then there's something about you that is almost kind of, you kind of feel the same way as them. Like, you know that the emotions or the expectations would be very great. And not only that, once this energy of emotion is transferred from you to them or them to you, it might become one of the typical cycles that have occurred in the past. And there's something about you that kind of wants this. It sounds almost like you just want to feel again, something like this. Okay? It's not that you're desperate, it's just that you'd rather feel love and lose than not having love at all, sort of feeling. And this is a love reading, so that's what I'm seeing, and it sounds mm, a bit sadist or a bit masochistic, but I think it's in earnest, and you know that there's going to be a sacrifice and love, and that's what you're preparing yourself for rather. Now that's interesting because they had the Four of Cups in reverse, usually emotional detachment, but now they want to feel again as well by trying a new cup. Okay, um, very interesting. You guys are mirroring each other um, like very intensely. Okay, now, okay, interesting. There's something here that you guys are trying to live out something very Neptunian. Okay. Um, so what that means is you want to feel the currents that are within here. You want to feel the tides, and both of you are willing to create the image of some sort of truth through emotions. You want to find emotional truth and become emotionally genuine in this connection. Even if it may seem artificial or created by the mind, you still want to feel it. So there's a great sense of idealization here, a new idea that is emerging, and one in which there's an offering from them to you, and there's a lot of masculine energy coming towards you, and you want to feel this in order to feel alive again, but ironically through pain. Now it's very interesting. You have to be careful of this energy because the Two of Swords is your card, and usually it's one of being blind, but in the reverse, it's like you are seeing things for what they are, and though the truths that you choose from are just two subjective truths, or potentially just lies in general, but these lies in themselves can have inherent truths that are very subjective but artificial, okay? So you should really live this out. I think it's a very beautiful way for you to truly experience something that maybe it may be worth it for the time being. That's what I'm seeing. Here, the undercurrent is the death card in reverse. Okay, death is usually tied to fatality as well as sexuality, shared inheritances, resources, um, wealth, and deeper information and transformation. There is something about this death card that reminds me of the need to create some form of writing, and in this writing there should be the truth will reveal itself as an emotional outpouring. Okay. Um, I think that you 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 and them both may have an emotional or there might be a type of truth through emotion that both of you are seeking, and it's tied to the mind. There are darker aspects of the mind that provoke the emotions that exist between you two, and these are activated, creating pools of emotional intelligence that can be shared and that can lead to a type of truth as well as a type of transformation that has been waiting to happen for quite some time. Okay? And that is what I'm seeing for the energy of Libra for June 2020. And I thank you. You guys are fucking beautiful. And I'm wishing you the very best for this month. Thank you. Bye.